10 minutes. I am Uchenna Okafor. Stay tuned as we bring to you the top business stories reported on Footprint to Africa this week. But first, here are the headlines. Nigeria orders for a floating dock to curb forex flight. MTN pilots Intracom Telecom Street Node platform in South Africa. Kenyan youths to acquire automotive skills from KCB Toyota partnership. IMF approves $61 million for Chad, urges diversification from oil. Uganda, South Sudan seal border deal to boost trade. Networks Business Club partners government on agri-exports promotion. UN to tutor policymakers on trade and gender complexity. Sierra Leone government blames Ebola for fuel price hike. In order to curb the flight of foreign exchange expended on the repairs of vessels operating in Nigeria and other countries, the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency has concluded arrangements for the floating dock to be delivered in the country by 2017. The Director General of the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Dr. Dakoko Peterside, explained that currently over 90% of vessels operating in Nigeria carry out their dry docking overseas, fretting away the much-needed foreign exchange at great cost to the country. Peterside stated this during the project evaluating an inspection meeting with officials of Damen Shipyard and NADA in Amsterdam, Netherlands. In tech news, Intracom Telecom, a global telecommunications systems and solutions vendor, has announced the successful live field trial of StreetNode, its self-organizing network-based point-to-multipoint platform implemented by MTN in South Africa. MTN, a digital and telecommunications service provider, operates in 22 countries across Africa and in the Middle East. The pilot test took place in Johannesburg, and the aim was to evaluate the platform's unique capabilities to provide the most advanced high-quality and high-availability services to MTN's enterprise customers. The Kenya Commercial Bank Group Foundation and Toyota Kenya signed a partnership agreement that will enable Kenyan youths from the foundation's Tujiajiri program to get automotive skills from training and apprenticeship opportunities with the motor vehicle dealer. Established in 2007, the Kenya Commercial Bank Foundation implements the group's corporate social investment programs focusing on enterprise development, education, environment, health and humanitarian aid. The KCB Foundation, a Toyota Kenya partnership, aims to encourage young people acquire automotive skills that will enable them become employable. In the financial sector, the Executive Board of the International Monetary Fund has completed the third and fourth reviews of Chad's economic performance under the program supported by an extended credit facility arrangement. Completion of these reviews has enabled the immediate disbursement of about $61 million. The board also urged the Chadian authorities to fast-track diversification away from oil, given the volatility of the commodity in the global market. The governments of Uganda and South Sudan have signed a memorandum of understanding for the construction of a one-stop border post to facilitate trade by removing existing barriers. The partnership will fast-track humanitarian consignment and reduce the congestion at the border, enabling faster reach to the displaced, distressed, and famished people of South Sudan, especially during the current unstable political environment and a collapsing economy. It will also pave way for the respective agencies to exchange important information related to cross-border trade flows, documentation, and procedures and processes between the two countries. In other news, Networks Business Club has partnered with the Nigerian government and other stakeholders to promote the export of agricultural products as part of concerted efforts to diversify the economy and earn foreign exchange. The club, which is an initiative of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, City of David Parish, held the third in its series of capacity building program on agribusiness in Lagos with focus on exports. The event featured the participation of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigeria Export Promotion Council, and other private sector stakeholders from business and the academic sectors. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development has partnered with United Nations Women to raise the understanding of the complex relationship between trade and gender among policymakers by developing a free online course titled Trade and Gender Equality. Participants with passing grades in the course will receive a certificate of completion, with the top course graduates becoming part of the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development Gender Consultancy roster and may be considered for future assignments in this area and participation in intergovernmental meetings on trade and gender organized by United Nations Conference. The course is funded by the governments of Finland and Sweden. The deadline for application is November 20, 2016. The recent fuel price hike in price of petroleum products by the Sierra Leone government has been attributed to the decline in revenue caused by the now subdued Ebola crisis. The government announced last week that this is ending the subsidy of petroleum products, raising the price of gallon of gasoline, kerosene, diesel, and fuel oil. Under the new measures, pump price for a gallon of gasoline and diesel is up from about 67 cents to about $1.68. Fuel oil is up from about 56 cents to about 90 cents a gallon. That wraps up this week's top stories. We'll be back with a recap of the headlines. Nigeria orders for a floating dock to curb forex flight. MTN pilots Intracom Telecom Street Node platform in South Africa. Kenyan youths to acquire automotive skills from KCB Toyota partnership. IMF approves $61 million for Chad, urges diversification from oil. Uganda, South Sudan seal border deal to boost trade. Networks Business Club partners government on agri-exports promotion. To keep up with the trending business news of the week, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and connect with us on LinkedIn. These news and reports are called from Footprint to Africa. For daily news and more business news in Africa, visit www.footprinttoafrica.com today. Footprint to Africa, business news made in Africa by Africans.